So, the figure that visits me in my dreams from time to time, I do believe this is like a guardian like, angelic like figure from God. This figure always comes with very explicitly stated messages for me, and this message was actually biblical, and I did feel called by the Lord to share it with you all because what ended up happening after this dream resulted in an insane business meeting with God at 3 a.m., where I was just like boohoo crying. Okay, let's get into it. Well, I'm going to read to you guys what the figure kept saying to me, and the dream was very like Ghost of Christmas Past. I'll explain that in a second. But let me explain what the figure looks like. The figure is extremely tall. I'm guessing somewhere between like 7 and 10 feet. I've seen this figure with multiple eyes, dozens of sets of eyes. This figure is not human-like, even though it has human-like attributes, so to speak. This figure gets very frustrated with me. It's almost like it tries to get me to see past the flesh and to just operate in a place of my spirit, if that makes sense. If you've been here previously, you know that I've seen this figure come to me and tell me things before, like curcumin. Curcumin cures schmancer. I've seen a similar figure say that 2026 is the year of crypto. Very straightforward messages, but this one was quite biblical. So, this figure is taking me through what feels like a Ghost of Christmas Past like version of my life, and it just kept saying Matthew 7 through 8. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives. He who seeks finds. And to him who knocks, the door will be opened. So the figure is taking me through like a smorgasbord of my entire life and saying, look at this time that you asked. Was it not given to you? Look at this time that you asked. Did you not receive? Look at all of these times that you asked. It was like monumental, honestly. It was extremely moving. And sometimes my dreams don't come back to me until like later in the day. But when it did finally hit me, I just was like, wow, God, thank you, God. You're telling me to ask. You are I don't know who this figure is, but you are telling me to come to you and to ask, to work that ask muscle. So then this is where it gets really crazy. So, I'm praying like into the spirit about this for a few days following the dream. And then I get this weird feeling a little after midnight. The whole house was asleep because I was visiting family. This was almost a week after the dream, actually, at this point now. I get this weird feeling to open my YouTube and to click on a video. The video had nothing to do with asking anything. But at the end of the video, it starts talking about God. The man says, I want you to ask God for the biggest thing that you can think to ask of him. Have a business meeting with him and ask him this right now. Pause this video and ask. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, man, God, like, I've already asked you for everything that I know that I consciously want, but can I ask bigger? Can I ask bigger? And Bob Proctor and like Kathleen Cameron, they talk about, being grateful but never satisfied. Like be so grateful with your life. And I was just laying there and I was like, man, I'm so grateful for my life. Like I know that the journey is never ending. I'm going to keep accomplishing things. I'm going to keep receiving. I am abundant, all these things. Like life is like the beauty lies in the journey, right? So I'm like, man, how do I even ask you something bigger? And dang, I didn't anticipate to get emotional, but there's this ask donating one of my books, 10,000 copies to children. and to children in need. And I just hear the Lord say, ask bigger. Ask bigger. I want you to ask to donate 1,000,000 copies to children in need. And this is where it starts to get me emotional, right? Because I'm like, you love me that much that you would like allow me to accomplish something so big like that. Like you would even entertain and ask this big, like this is how much you love me. And I just like was crying. And I just was like, okay, I'm asking you. I'm going to ask you for this huge, monumental, supernatural ask that is far larger. You guys just heard me say that I was going to ask for 10. I've been asking for 10,000. Like that's the number my humanly brain can physically conceive, right? And God's like, no, ask bigger. Ask bigger. All of that to say, sit down with God today. Have a business meeting with God and ask for something so big that your mind almost can't even physically conceive it. But guess who can physically conceive it? God can do and say and speak and give and conceive and create far larger than we ever can, than we ever could imagine. So ask bigger today. Ask bigger.